I did it again. I purchased another Trek bicycle, this time the Trek Model 820. This is their entry-level mountain bike. I couldn't find any videos on YouTube when I was considering this bicycle, so I thought I would make one. Hopefully it helps someone else out. Let's take a closer look at the Trek 820. Before I begin the feature overview of this Trek 820, I just wanted to really quickly cover how I ended up with this bike and why. I have a Trek Dual Sport 1, so I don't really have a need for another bicycle, but as you know, owning a Trek bicycle isn't necessarily about need, it's about want. And I wanted this bicycle. The reason I wanted it is because recently a friend of mine brought over a Walmart quote-unquote mountain bike, which we took to the trail, and then he quickly returned to Walmart. I have videos on that. But while I was on the trail with it, it made me kind of rekindle my passions and memories of my old first Trek mountain bike, which was a Trek 4300, had 26-inch tires on it. It's just something about 26-inch by 2-inch mountain bike tires that just works best for me on a trail. It's not to say I don't like 29ers, because I do, but just that 26 by 2, I love it. It just fits and works with me. I'm a little more confident. So when I came across this bicycle, I made them an offer. I didn't think they would take it. Bicycle shop accepted the offer. Here I am with this Trek 820. So let's do just like we did with the DS1 feature overview, and let's start at the handlebars, work our way down and back. We'll start up front and up top with the handlebars. I believe these are the exact same handlebars as my Trek DS1 factory handlebars. They look to be the exact same diameter and contour. So it looks like we got some quality handlebars there, at least the ones that came on the DS1. We have a Bontrager stem. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let's move down just a bit and look at these shifters. These are Shimano Tourney EF40 7-speed shifters. There you can see the shift levers. Got the good thumb shifters. I really like that in bicycles. And there's the 7-speed on the other side. Our grips are Bontrager SSR grips. Nothing fancy, just kind of some standard mountain bike looking grips, but they look and feel nice, especially considering the price of this bicycle, which is $379 list. Again, I didn't pay anywhere near that. Very, very happy with the handlebar set on this bicycle. Now let's look at the stem and then move down the headset tube. The handlebar stem, kind of a standard Bontrager mountain bike handlebar stem. This is 110 millimeters with 25 degrees of pitch. In comparison, my factory DS1, see the design is the same, DS1 stem was 90 degree with a 10 degree pitch. So we've got longer and higher on this Trek 820. Our headset tube, see that blue Trek logo on that matte black paint, looks really well. Working down, we see our SR Suntour M3030 front suspension. This has 75 millimeters of suspension travel. By comparison, I believe my old Trek 4300 only had 70. My DS1 has 63, so this is a step up for me. Here you can see the brakes, nothing fancy, no discs here. These are Tech Pro alloy linear pulls. Not a big deal to me because I cut my teeth on linear pull brakes. Stopped just fine for me. Working down this M3030 suspension, you can just see some of those graphics, the SR Suntour. Have a quick release for our front tire. Very nice. I love it when these are included. My DS1 has one, but I have had bikes that did. Kind of sucked. Our front hub is a Formula FM21 alloy hub. We'll look at the rim in a second when we get that turned around. Now let's move back to the frame. Looking down at our 19-inch frame, this frame is made out of Trek custom steel. It's a little heavy, but it's supposed to be tough as an ox. You see that matte black with that blue looks really good. 820, of course, upside down because we're on the other side of the bicycle. Down tube, like all Trek bicycles, has our Trek branding. Again, that blue looks really good. We have both front and rear bottle cage mounts, so that is nice and expected on a Trek bicycle. Our seat tube, I think the seat stem tube, whatever that's called, leading up to the seat stem. Seat stem, I believe, is a Bontrager SSR. I know the saddle is a Bontrager SSR, and I believe this is the exact same saddle. I'll have to look, but I'm pretty sure this is the same saddle that is on my DS1. You also get a Bontrager SSR quick release seat stem clamp. Love that. Now let's move to the rear frame. The rear of the frame, I'm going to look at the seat stay first. Matte black paint, blue graphics. Check that out. Actually has a rack mount and a fender mount. Pretty cool. I guess that's because this bike would appeal to maybe college students. There we have rear linear pull brakes. Again, the Tech Pro brand. See the Bontrager brand on that tire. Speaking of which, the tires on both front and rear are Bontrager LT3 26x2. Try to look at this tread pattern for you. Not super aggressive, but it'll do. Again, 26x2. So let's work our way down to the opposite chainstay. You'll see nothing fancy, just some blue graphics. Leading back to our rear hub, we do get a quick release mount on the rear. Front hub was a Formula FM21. This rear one is a Formula FM31 alloy hub. So that's this side. Let's turn it around and take a look at the works on the other side. Give you a proper look at that Trek 820 branding as we work our way down to this front crankset. We have a Shimano TY500 front derailleur. And there it says dual SIS index. Also says it there. Now our crank is a Tourney M131. See if I can get a good view of that for you. Kind of hard to see it, but it is a 42-34-24. That helps someone out. Our chain is a KMC Z51. Give you an idea of the chain. Working our way back to the rear cassette. This cassette is a TZ21. You see, Shimano TZ21. This is a 7-speed cassette. We have our rear derailleur, which is a Shimano Tourney. It is a TY300. TY500 up front, TY300 in the rear. The SIS index, 6 to 7 speed. Hope that is a good enough view for you of the works there. And I mentioned we'd look at the tires, these rims anyway. This is the Bontrager AT550 rim. It's a 36-hole alloy rim. Front and the rear are both the same rim-wise. We have crank arms, just some Shimano cast alloy crank arms, leading down to some Well-Go nylon pedals. I think these are the same pedals, I believe, that are on my DS1. There's a shot of the back side of these crank arms. And that's the feature overview of the 2017 Trek Model 820. I hope this video has helped you out. I should have plenty more videos coming, be getting this bike out onto the trail, and hope to have lots of fun with it. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.